Hey guys, it's Kara. This is my January wrap up, and if you guys haven't seen my previous video, which is my to be read pile of all time, like it's the ultimate to be read pile because it encompasses all the books that I have in my bookshelf right now that I have not read, which is why I won't be doing a monthly to be read pile anymore, just because I want the leeway to be able to choose which books that I read, um, whenever I feel like reading them, because I feel like sometimes when I would set them out to read them for the month, I wouldn't feel like reading them anymore, and it would just become like a chore. I read 4 books, which is pretty good. So let's get started. The first one that I read this month was one that all of you guys wanted me to read, and so I did, and I read Crank by Ellen Hopkins. Um, Crank was right when I started reading it. I didn't really like the writing style because it kind of came off a little bit too moody for me. I wasn't used to the the poetic kind of style. I needed to like acclimate to it. But once I got used to it, it was really, really good. The story was really interesting, kind of predictable, but not really. Just to me, because I don't know. I predict a lot of stuff. Like it's really annoying. But I definitely understand what all the hype is about. It was way better than the other Ellen Hopkins book I read, which was Impulse. I read that one and I did not really like it, but this one was way better. So I gave Crank 4 out of 5 stars, I do believe. Also, I'm sorry if my hair looks really crazy today. I had it up in a ponytail and I took it down, and my hair is like super super straight. So having like a tiny curl in it, it's like freaking out. Anyway, the next book that I read was Please Ignore Verdict by A.S. King. And this is my first A.S. King book that I ever read. And I didn't like it as much as I thought I would. I was kind of disappointed, I'm not gonna lie, because I heard so many great things about it. And to me, the whole book was just kind of slow, and there wasn't much of a climax, and the ending wasn't what I wanted it to be. Um, so, because of that, I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. But I recommend other people reading it just because I don't think that this type of book was my kind of book, because it was almost kind of like um Jellicoe Road, just a tiny bit. It reminded me of that kind of story, but without the magic behind it. So it kind of disappointed me. But overall, a really good book. Alright. So the next book that I read this month, well, technically I reread it because I've already read this book. And it is City of Glass, which is third in the Mortal Instrument series, and it's by Cassandra Clare. Ugh, I always say Cassandra Clare, but I think you pronounce it Cassandra Clare. Oh man, it's gonna mess me up. But anyway, I have nothing else to say about this book because it was fabulous, and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Also, if you want to follow me on Tumblr, I'll link it down below. I want to follow people who like update about Mortal Instrument series because I don't follow anybody who does that. So if you follow me and you do that, I will follow you back. Okay, and then the last book that I actually just finished was the one that I least enjoyed this whole month, and I was really, really hoping to enjoy it, but I didn't. And it was Delirium by Lauren Oliver. Now, I gave this book 3.5 out of 5 stars for a few reasons. The first reason is the plot was so slow that it didn't even pick up until the last like 20 pages, and even then, it wasn't that great. And also, the writing style bugged me because there was so much description and cognitive narration, and not just cognitive narration, but there was also a lot of like metaphors and similes and descriptive things, and it was way too much. And the author would describe a lot of stuff twice, and it kind of bugged me. So yeah, the story was kind of slow, and then the actual writing style kind of bugged me. And also, I kept forgetting about the main character, like her name. I kept forgetting her name, and I kept forgetting just everything. Like I just did not find this book appealing. This book really did remind me of Matched by Ali Condé, which is another one that I really didn't like. So I obviously like this one way more than I liked Matched, but not. But I did. It just isn't my. I just didn't like it as much as I wanted to. Now I heard Pandemonium, the second one in the series, is way better. I might read that if someone gives it to me for like free, but I'm not gonna go out and buy it anytime soon. So yeah, the next book I'm gonna be reading is Beautiful Creatures because the movie's coming out and I haven't read it yet. So I'm excited to read that. Um, okay, yeah, cool. Bye.